In the dusty alleys of Lourinhã Marques, now Maputo, capital of Mozambique, a barefoot boy kicked a makeshift ball of rags through puddles and potholes, his movements so fluid and explosive that neighbors stopped to watch. He wasn't just playing football, he was dancing with it, weaving past imaginary defenders with a grace that belied his poverty. That boy was Eusébio da Silva Ferreira, and though he grew up under colonial rule in Portuguese East Africa, he would rise to become one of football's most electrifying talents, a goal-scoring phenomenon who carried Benfica to European dominance, led Portugal to its greatest World Cup finish, and became the first global black superstar of the beautiful game. Born on January 25, 1942, in a modest home in the Mafalala neighborhood, Eusébio was the youngest of 6 children in a working-class family. His father, Laurindo, worked as a railway guard but died when Eusébio was 8, leaving his mother, Eliza, to raise the children alone. Football became both escape and identity. With no proper boots, he played in torn shirts and bare feet, using a grapefruit or rolled-up socks as a ball. His nickname, the Panther, emerged early, for his speed, agility, and sudden bursts of acceleration that left opponents stumbling in his wake. His talent quickly outgrew local pitches. At 12, he joined Sporting Clube de Lourinhã Marques, the Mozambican branch of Lisbon's Sporting CP. Scouts from both Sporting and Benfica soon took notice, but a clandestine transfer orchestrated by Benfica legend Blair Gutmann changed history. In 1960, at age 18, Eusébio signed with SL Benfica, not without controversy, as Sporting claimed he was theirs. The legal battle ended in Benfica's favour, and Eusébio boarded a plane to Lisbon, stepping into a new world of cobbled streets, European stadiums, and immense pressure. He debuted in 1961, and within months, the Estadio Luz crowd knew they had witnessed something rare. Standing 5 feet 9 inches with powerful legs and a low center of gravity, he combined blistering pace with impeccable balance and a thunderous right foot. But it was his intelligence that set him apart. He read space like a chess master, cut inside from the right wing with lethal precision, and scored with both power and finesse. In his first full season, he helped Benfica win the Primeira Liga and reach the European Cup final. His global breakthrough came in 1962. Facing Real Madrid in the European Cup final in Amsterdam, the 20-year-old Eusébio scored 2 goals in a 53 victory, dethroning the Spanish giants and announcing Benfica as Europe's new powerhouse. Overnight, he became a national icon in Portugal and a symbol of pride across Africa and the Lusophone world. The 1966 World Cup in England cemented his legend. Wearing the number 13 jersey, considered unlucky by many, he turned superstition into spectacle. After Portugal lost their opening match to Hungary, Eusébio exploded in the knockout stage. He scored 4 goals against North Korea in a stunning 53 comeback, including 3 in just 22 minutes, dragging his team into the semifinals. Though Portugal ultimately fell to England, Eusébio finished as tournament top scorer with 9 goals and won the Golden Boot. More importantly, he carried the hopes of an entire continent, becoming the first African-born player to dominate a World Cup, years before African nations regularly qualified. At Benfica, his legacy grew with every season. Over 15 years, he scored 733 goals in 745 official matches, a staggering ratio that places him among football's all-time greats. He won 11 league titles, 1 European Cup, and countless domestic cups. Opponents feared him, teammates revered him. He played with joy, often smiling mid-dribble, yet trained with monk-like discipline. He avoided nightlife, studied tactics, and credited his success to hard work, not divine gift. Off the pitch, he navigated complex identities. Born in Africa, celebrated in Europe, he never forgot his roots. After Mozambique gained independence in 1975, he visited often, funded youth academies, and spoke proudly of his heritage. Yet he also embraced Portugal, becoming a naturalized citizen and later serving as a cultural ambassador. He refused to be politicized, but quietly challenged racial stereotypes in a sport still grappling with diversity. His influence extended beyond stats. He inspired generations of African players, from George Weah to Cristiano Ronaldo, proving that talent from the global south could conquer Europe's elite. Pelé called him the best opponent I ever faced. Johan Cruyff admired his humility. And Franz Beckenbauer once said, "When Eusébio ran, time slowed down." After retiring in 1978, following stints in North America and brief spells in Europe, he remained deeply connected to Benfica. He served as club ambassador, mentored young strikers, and attended matches well into his 70s. Fans would rise in unison when he entered the stadium, chanting his name like a hymn. He also gave back generously. He supported hospitals, orphanages, and anti-poverty initiatives in both Portugal and Mozambique. He rarely sought publicity for his charity, believing kindness should be quiet. In 2004, he was voted Portugal's greatest ever player in a national poll, ahead of even Cristiano Ronaldo. When he died on January 5, 2015, at age 71, Portugal declared 3 days of national mourning. His coffin lay in state at the Estádio da Luz, draped in Benfica scarves and surrounded by thousands of mourners. FIFA president Sepp Blatter called him a giant of football. In Mozambique, schools and streets were renamed in his honor. Today, Eusébio's legacy endures not just in record books, but in spirit. The Eusébio Cup, an annual friendly hosted by Benfica, celebrates his memory. A bronze statue stands outside the rebuilt Estádio da Luz, capturing him mid-stride, forever running toward glory. And every time a young African player steps onto a European pitch, they walk a path he helped pave. Eusébio was more than a goalscorer, he was a bridge between continents, a symbol of resilience, and proof that greatness can bloom anywhere, even in the humblest alley, as long as there's a ball and a dream. The Panther may have fallen silent, but his roar still echoes across every stadium where football is played with fire, grace, and heart.